California is in the news again. This time, the homeless problem in the state is so bad, from San Francisco down to Los Angeles, that state politicians are actually considering forcing cities and counties to, get this, provide parking lots and bathrooms to people living in their cars. Hi everyone, I'm Gardner Goldsmith for MRC-TV, and you might be familiar with the hit by Gary Numan of the early 80s. It was the pre-industrial synth song Cars, in which Gary described how wonderful it would be to live in his car.
Here in my car, I feel safest of all. It's the only way to live in cars.
Well, it turns out he might have been prescient, because there are lots of reports coming out of California that many politicians are very concerned about things that we have seen on video. You might have seen these stories coming out of California: the tent city encampments in Los Angeles, needles on the beaches of California's coastline, and of course the septic homelessness in San Francisco. Well, evidently a number of California politicians are so concerned about the homeless problem that they're ready to care just a little bit more. And you know that that's probably not a good idea. In fact, they want to force cities and counties to provide parking lots, bathrooms, and on-site security to the homeless who live in their cars. Yes, as CBS 13 Sacramento reports, Assembly Bill 891 passed the full assembly Friday and now goes to the Senate. It would require cities and counties with more than 330,000 people to establish a safe parking program by June 1st, 2022. The safe parking programs would be required to have a bathroom facility and on-site security. Those wishing to use the safe parking would need to apply and possibly undergo a background check. Look, I think it's very clear that once more we see politicians in California completely avoiding any addressability or accountability. They are sidestepping their own role and avoiding analysis of their own policies, and instead going for another push and another mandate. This is the state that last year passed a 50% solar mandate on all homes, ordering builders to gradually increase the solar power supply for new homes through 2030. This is the state that in 2017 imposed a minimum wage mandate that will grow to $15 an hour by 2022, a mandate that experts estimated would put 400,000 low-skilled workers at risk. This is the state that in 2017 saw then Governor Jerry Brown sign into law his cap-and-trade energy tax scheme, which of course pulls lots and lots of money out of the private pocketbooks of individuals and pushes it into the state. This is the state that for years has been spending billions of dollars on its high-speed rail boondoggle that also siphons money away from private industry that could employ people or could possibly build less expensive apartments and homes for people, and instead pushed it into making concrete overpasses and supplying a lot of income to state employees. But hey, at least those concrete overpasses will now serve to shield homeless people from the rain. That's wonderful. You know, this sort of thing shows us how disconnected California is. This is the state that recently saw former San Francisco Mayor Gavin Newsom, who is now the governor, calling for an investigation into why gas prices are so high in the state when he himself lobbied for higher gas taxes in the state. It's unbelievable. These are the sorts of things that will actually make it more difficult for the homeless people to drive their cars. And the whole thing reminds me of a terrific statement by now departed writer and economist Harry Browne. Harry Browne had a lot of terrific things to say about liberty, and one of the, I think, very adroit statements he said about government was this: government is good at doing one thing. It knows how to break your legs and then hand you a crutch and say, see, if it weren't for government, you wouldn't be able to walk. Yes, government always hurts individuals. It can only exist by taking stuff from individuals, and it never, or very rarely, sees politicians addressing their own culpability in harming the economy. Instead, they pile on more problems. California, thank you for being an example. I'm sorry to all you folks out there who have to suffer while these politicians play their games. But at least you're an example for the rest of us to not follow along that path.
Cars.
Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the videos. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the little bell because that will tell you when new videos appear. And of course, many people are shifting away from YouTube, but we know many people still watch over there. Thank you so much. For MRC TV, I'm Gardner Goldsmith.